Hi guys, I'm Dave Trull, and welcome to the Trull Gallery. Well, that's not really true. Welcome to what's left of the Trull Gallery? No, it sounds kind of depressing. How about welcome to the rebirth of the Trull Gallery? I can go with that. See, about 6 years ago I closed my business and sold off my machines, and I thought I was done with woodworking. Nope, can't do it. I got woodworking in my blood, sometimes blood in my woodworking, but I digress. A few months ago I decided it was time to get back to it and start making some dust again. For those of you who know me, you know I love my table saw. And while I used to have a really nice one, I sold it when I closed my business. And a couple months ago when I started making dust again, I didn't have the space. No, really I still don't. But so I just put together a little, do-it-yourself at-home saw. And it was pretty archaic, and I refused to actually make videos with it. And I'll show you why in a second. But this is what I started with.
This was my baby, a 1938 Delta Unisaw. Sure, I gave it a few upgrades. Biesmeyer fence, new motor, magnetic switch, side outfeed tables, dropped in a couple of router inserts. Basically, this was the center of my shop, and for years it helped me create piles of projects for clients and family. Now imagine going from that to this. Basically, it's a circular saw mounted upside down to a piece of MDF, screwed to a couple of 2x12s for legs, and to use it was really fussy. You would have to fiddle with the fence until it was parallel with the blade, checking 6, 8, 10 times just to make sure it was parallel so I would avoid any kickbacks or binding. But even still, it was a circular saw, so I didn't have much for depth of cut. The cuts tended to be rough. The blade would wander. In the long run, it was really frustrating to work with. And with all its drawbacks, it did get me through several months worth of projects.
That corner of the yard there, that's the shop. Alright, it's not technically the shop, but that's where the shop is going to go. And once we get building on that, we'll have some videos that follow along with that build, fitting out the shop and all that good stuff. With that said, we've already made one upgrade to the shop. And the first thing I had to get rid of, sadly, was my table saw. Why? Upgrades.
It was finally time to get rid of my shop-made table saw and replace it with this, the Bosch 4100 worksite table saw with a gravity rise stand. Now, don't get me wrong guys, this isn't a paid advertisement, although if Bosch wants to send me stuff, I'm up for it. But this is a great saw. It takes a 10-inch blade as well as a full stack dado set, so I'll be able to make the same cuts as I could on my old cabinet saw. Sure, it has a bit less power. Okay, maybe a lot less power. And much less side and outfeed support, but let's face it, that was mostly used as a holding area for my handheld tools and other stuff. The stand on this saw is great also, since it lets me move the saw around and I can even fold it up to get it out of the way when I'm not using it. So it's really convenient. I look forward to starting my next project and seeing how well it performs.
So if you guys are interested, maybe want to pick up some tips, see how somebody else does this, something that you do now but maybe a little different, join me along the journey. Hopefully we'll have some fun, get some stuff done, make a little dust along the way. It's going to be a good time. Check me out. See you soon.